Seoul, South Korea. North Korea said Friday that it would repatriate a South Korean fishing boat it detained for crossing the eastern sea border, a rare humanitarian gesture at a time of military tensions on the Korean peninsula. The South Korean boat, 391 Hungjin, was captured at dawn on Saturday when it illegally crossed the maritime border, known as the Northern Limit Line, off the eastern coast of the Korean peninsula, the North's official Korean Central News Agency said Friday. The boat deliberately intruded into North Korean waters for fishing, the news agency said. But it said North Korea decided to repatriate the boat and its crew from the humanitarian point of view, taking into account the fact that all the crewmen honestly admitted their offense, repeatedly apologizing and asking for leniency. The North said it would release the ship at the maritime border on Friday evening, without saying how many crew members were on board. There was no immediate official reaction from the South Korean government. But government officials in Seoul, the South Korean capital, said that the 39-ton blowfish boat went missing on Saturday night with 10 crew members, 7 South Koreans and 3 Vietnamese, on board. Tensions have run high on the Korean peninsula for months, as North Korea has conducted a series of missile and nuclear tests, and the United States and its allies have responded with more economic sanctions. But North Korea has not conducted any missile tests since September 15, and in recent days, some officials and analysts in South Korea have begun voicing cautious optimism for a possible de-escalation. The North Korean announcement came hours before Secretary of Defense Jim Mattis was scheduled to visit the demilitarized zone, the land border separating the two Koreas, to highlight Washington's commitment to defend its South Korean allies. North Korea has captured many South Korean fishing boats in the years after the end of the 195,053 Korean War, accusing them of violating the sea border off the eastern and western coasts of the Korean peninsula. South Korea has accused the North of detaining hundreds of fishermen against their will. North Korea has said the fishermen defected, although several who have fled North Korea in recent years said they were given no option but to stay there. It has become highly unusual for South Korean ships to be detained by the North in recent decades, as better navigational equipment prevented them from sailing too close to the sea border. North Korea last detained a South Korean fishing boat in 2010 but released it. In contrast, North Korean fishing boats have often been found drifting in South Korean waters in recent years with engine trouble or after running out of fuel. South Korea has returned the crew members, except for those who wanted to defect. On Friday, South Korean officials said they learned about the decision to return 391 Hungjin through the North Korean news agency. In recent years, as it escalated the military standoff with the South, North Korea has cut off the telephone hotline the two sides had kept for official contact or to discuss emergencies or humanitarian issues, like the returning of fishermen. When South Korea returns North Korean fishermen, it uses a megaphone at the border village of Panmunjom to inform the North before letting the crew members walk home across the border. North Korea does not pick up the phone when South Korean officials try daily to revive the hotline.